There it is. The kick is up. The kick is good. Auburn wins. 22-19. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And now, here in the desert, Auburn's journey is complete.
Oregon coach Chip Kelly tried telling us it would not be a shootout like we expected, but nobody would listen, and in the end, he was right. It goes to show, you give a couple of good coaching staffs more than a month to get ready, and they're going to find a way to neutralize even the nation's most powerful offenses. But you could have given the Ducks another month, and they still would not have come up with an answer to slow down Nick Fairley. You cannot block that freak. And this is an example where the eyeball test did matter. Auburn looked bigger and stronger coming in, and they played that way too. It's a cliche, but this one really was won and lost in the trenches. It really was about establishing and at the same time stopping the run. The Tigers' D-line manhandled Oregon's offensive line. Auburn was just too physical. Sometimes speed beats power, but not last night. And how much did Auburn's much maligned defense hold the nation's most powerful offense to just 19 points? How did they do that? By lining up in the backfield and hitting anything that moved. That's a defense that clearly got sick and tired of hearing that they weren't good enough. And every time the Ducks tried to run Heisman finalist LaMichael James inside, Fairley himself made another $1 million or so. The Ducks have nothing to be ashamed of. They battled, they competed, they were just fighting out of their weight class. And they need to get bigger and more physical up front if they're going to take that next step. And they will. While Cam Newton was steady, but not spectacular, in the end, he was not the one who killed Oregon. Freshman running back Michael Dyer did. He hurt the Ducks time and time again, and then he stabbed them in the heart with this play.
He takes the snap, gets it to Dyer, the freshman back, runs for 6 to the 46. He was tackled by Eddie Pleasant. No, he wasn't. He's still on his feet at the 40, 35, 30, down the sideline to the 23. He was pulled down on top of Pleasant. Everybody stopped except for Dyer.
Huge ups to the Auburn bench for knowing that Dyer wasn't down and urging him to run. You hate to see a title game turn on a fluke play like that, but the Ducks have nobody to blame but themselves. You have to play to the whistle, and until you hear it, you better knock a guy down, especially that guy in that situation. The Ducks did what they had to do. They made Newton work for everything and denied him those huge chunk plays that won him the Heisman, but they had no answer for Dyer, who outplayed and outshined even his superstar quarterback. And you come to find out, Newton didn't have to be Vince Young or better for them to win a national championship. And it's all come down to this. The two matchups in the AFC that every NFL fan in this country wanted, Baltimore v. Pittsburgh and Rex Ryan v. Bill Belichick. Wait, what? Baltimore v. Pittsburgh and the hoodie versus the footy? Well, at least according to Rex Ryan, that's what it is.
This is about Bill Belichick versus Rex Ryan. There's no question. It's personal. It's about him against myself, and that's what it's going to come down to.
Really? How? Why? Are you two going to throw at halftime? Rex makes it sound like he's playing nose tackle and Hoodie is playing center, and they're going to go nose to nose for 60 or 70 plays. Nice try, big fella. If there's anything that this game is not about, it's the hoodie versus the footy, and Rex better hope that this one's not about him and Belichick, or he's coming off the field a loser. Belichick has proven again this year that he's still the best in the business, and as good as Rex is, he's not winning a battle of wits with the hoodie. Nobody is. Now I see Rex working. Per usual, he's just looking to take some of the pressure off his players and put it on himself. But if that's the goal, he should have just released another foot fetish tape. That's still the best misdirection he's got in his playbook, and it won't aggravate and antagonize the hoodie. In fact, he'd probably pick up a copy. Now, I do buy the part, though, about it being personal. 45-3 is as personal as it gets. If somebody came up to you on a crowded street, pulled your pants down, and pushed you into a mud puddle, it would be personal to you also. There are about 50 different things this game is about, but Rex v. Hoodie is not one of them, and Rex should be thankful that it's not. Now, I was looking to hype Sunday's riot in Pittsburgh, the Steelers v. Ravens, the trilogy, but I don't have to. The biggest, nastiest cat in that fight is doing it for me. Terrell Suggs. Quote, "This is World War III to us. This is definitely Armageddon. We're like modern-day gladiators." Look out. Gladiators I've heard, but a World War III and Armageddon blast, that is dialing it way up. And if that's what's flying out of his mouth on Monday, what's T-Sizz saving for Friday? I mean, it doesn't get any worse than Armageddon. It's Armageddon. He pictures a post-apocalyptic landscape where the entire city is reduced to rubble and Steeler fans are left to battle for gasoline and try to survive on puddle water. The thing that I do like about this, though, is you don't hear any of these guys saying it's just another game, just another challenge on our way to a much bigger goal, because it's not just another game. It is personal, deeply personal. Ask Rashard Mendenhall if he was looking to grab a pop or two with Ray Ray after he busted him up. Go ask Ed Reed if getting his lights turned out by Hines Ward was just business as usual. It wasn't. Ask Ben Roethlisberger if the Ravens turning his nose into the letter Z is personal. I already know that John Harbaugh thinks that it is, or he would have just said that he's glad that his guys did that to Ben. Armageddon may be a little bit too strong, but well, I don't think the world's coming to an end. But one skull or two might get cracked, and there could be another busted beak.